Hi everyone. I want to address the students and teachers at all of the high schools and elementary schools in Barrhaven and Nepean. So I have not done a YouTube video in a long time, so I'm a little bit rusty here. So hey, here it goes. Anyway, Father Pierre Shampoo. I'm the new priest here at St. Monica and St. Andrews. And I was vocation director before coming here, but I really asked the bishop, I said, I want to be back in a parish because it's been 7 years I was doing vocations, and I just want to be back in a parish to see people again on a regular basis, get to know people. Anyway, we have 11 schools altogether. So it's 9 elementary schools and 2 high schools within the 2 parishes. And we have 6 senior homes and nursing homes, which we'll be having 2 more nursing homes in the near future. Anyway, what I want to do today is just give a Remembrance Day reflection, because we're very close to that right now. As I'm recording this, we are on the 28th of October, so we're just one short week away from Remembrance Day on November the 11th. Today we remember the soldiers of all wars who sacrificed their lives so that we can have the freedom to worship and practice our faith, the freedom to express our views, and the freedom to work and own private property. Now, it seems that these very freedoms are being challenged more and more across the globe, including here in Canada. But these are the very things our soldiers fought and sacrificed their very lives for. There's a saying, nobody wants peace more than a soldier who's experienced the realities of a combat theater. As Christians, we should all know that peace is not rooted in the laying down of weapons, if that means that these very same weapons will be picked up tomorrow to kill the enemy. The situation is called a ceasefire, which is very different than peace. Real peace is about being in a right relationship with God, who is the architect of peace. When our prayers are genuine, our sinful pride dies, and we experience a supernatural gift of humility, which is very much needed today. Humility helps us to see the world as it truly is, beginning with a realistic appraisal of ourselves. Do we recognize what sin is? Are we aware of how our sins have created the conditions of discord that we're seeing all around us, beginning with our relationships, our families? Humility is a gift that leads us to a priest to confess our sins. Humility reestablishes our peace with God so that we can get on with being ambassadors of Christ's peace to the world. Peace in our lives, peace within our families, peace within our nation, peace in our world. Sadly, the peaceful world that we yearn for is very different than the reality that's in front of us. A world that seems bent on a path to self-destruction. For as long as there are people in our world that seek to harm us, we must always be vigilant to defend ourselves from attacks from outside, such as other nations, or from the inside, such as our own form of terrorism and people who seek to undermine our faith. May we always support the courageous men and women in uniform, including our police officers, whose goal is to protect our cherished rights and freedoms here in Canada on an ongoing basis. Our peace may be threatened by evil ideologies of all kinds, but whatever the threat, whether political or spiritual, may we reject the kind of fear that enslaves us and rise to the challenge of protecting our families, our faith, and all of the genuine human and spiritual values that truly make our country great, lest we forget.